What's good, everybody? Wagwan. You ready to see more profits? All right, so I don't know. I feel like starting out with the reason why I even do this channel because it's like a fairly new channel, and it's basically to share information to regular people or just anybody who just don't know as yet, like about how to tap into certain wealth areas. All right, so anyways, this video is about the economy crashing and the need for you to switch to a recession proof business. So, recession proof business are really like businesses that survive during a lockdown or like a recession. And it seems like a recession is upon, I don't even know if to say it exactly is, but in some areas it seems in that way that if recession is hidden. But anyways, so I'm gonna start with it. The one of the best one, number one, is healthcare. So remember when the whole oh my, I didn't want to say the word. Your video gets flagged when you say certain words. But anyways, you remember when the whole thing happened and there was like a whole lockdown. The lockdown thing, it's like most businesses were out of business. Like most people were out of business. They had to lock down, but a lot of people still had their jobs. Like a lot of nurses still had their jobs. People in the healthcare field who had to like take care of people who are like at home. So I have on my list right here, it says services and products related to healthcare, including medical facilities, pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, tend to be recession resistant as people prioritize their health regardless of economic conditions. So regardless of what happens in this economic crash, people are going to still prioritize their health, or they need to go to the dentist, or just anything to do with the healthcare sector. So just think about that business. Moving on. Next one is food and beverage. So recession proof, right? A lot of times when there's a whole recession, I remember the 1920s, there's like these videos of people eating soup at the soup kitchen or whatever. But it's like, think about it this way. People need to eat all the time. People need to eat to survive. Unless there's some yogi in the mountains. Essential food items, restaurants offering affordable options. Because remember when the whole lockdown happened, some restaurants still had to close down because people just weren't buying out anymore. So if you're thinking of, oh, I have a restaurant, the restaurant still might run out of business during a recession. You have to think about it this way: like you actually sell food products, like say like farmers, like some are like a certain, like anybody who's selling rice or even flour at the time would definitely be making money still, because those are like the cheapest things to buy for food. And grocery stores typically remain in demand. So grocery stores usually remain in demand during recessions, as people still need to eat. So I would say restaurants are not going to stay, and then you would see the grocery stores getting more and more people going at the store to buy food to cook at home. So if you have like a food product that's on the shelves that's somewhat in demand and it's not expensive, then that's definitely recession proof. Or say you're at home and you're just like, you know what? It's the recession thing. Why don't I just cook food and sell to people? you know, like so they don't have to buy food somewhere more expensive. Like just sell them food on a cheaper scale. Anyways, just get creative. I'm just getting ideas here. Um, Next one, number three, education and training. So businesses offering educational services, training programs, or skill development courses often see sustained demands as individuals seek to improve their qualifications or learn new skill to remain competitive in the job market. So when the whole thing is happening, like the whole economy is crashing, people are going to be trying to like, oh, try to get a new skill. Yo, I gotta learn how to do this. I gotta learn digital marketing. So, cause like the market is shifting. So when the recession happens is usually when the market is shifting, and when the market shifts a certain way, people are definitely going to try to learn new things so they can get new jobs. So if you're in the space where you're teaching, like in any sense. You're teaching some kind of skill. You can definitely be recession proof because you're teaching a skill that might be in demand. Like say you're a welder, and you're just a very regular welder during the recession. People still need welding, so it's like that's recession proof too. That's another one. But you can also find a way to teach people how to weld, like create a course where you're teaching people how you do your welding, and you will definitely make more money in the recession time. Anyway, just another one that I was putting out there. Next one is repair and maintenance. Repair and maintenance services, maintenance services. So companies providing repair and maintenance services for homes, vehicles, and appliances tend to fare well during economic turndowns, as people opt to repair rather than replace their items. So people will be looking to like fix their car during the recession. They're not thinking about buying a new car. They're like, if it's an old car, they just keep it. Like, if something's wrong with it, they'll just go and fix it. They rather spend money to fix it because it's cheaper. And even handyman, think about the handyman thing. People need somebody to come put up the TV on the wall. Like old women or just people who just don't have the time, or say something's wrong with the electricity inside. They need maintenance. They need somebody to come fix that. Like, think about like an apartment building, right? You're at an apartment building and something is wrong there. They need somebody to come and do it because the landlord can't come and do all that stuff by themselves. There's no way. There's no way they're making money if they're gonna come and do that all by themselves. They're giving their time too much. So landlords usually, get somebody to come do it. If the roof needs to be fixed, they send somebody to repair the roof. So the repair business is gonna be a big one during like recessions, like big time. Like we repair. Man, I need to learn how to repair. So that's what I'm thinking about it right now. Like the repair market is going to be a big one, and maintenance. So like think about it this way: like at the end of the world, like 2012, that movie, when they're going in these big ships and whatever, and it's like they're counting how much people are going to get to go on the ark or the big ship or to survive after the big flood that happens on Earth, right? And it's like, what skill do you have that is so necessary? And they need people to maintain the ship. They need people to repair stuff if something's broken. So that's a necessity. Recession proof for sure. Repair and maintenance. Think about that one. So next one, number 5, discount retailers. So discount retailers and dollar stores typically perform well during recessions as consumers become more price conscious and seek affordable options for everyday essentials. So I'll tell you what one story. When the whole lockdown thing was happening, I always went to like the Dollar Tree or the dollar store or the 50-cent store. Like when you go there now, there's like more people there. Like I've been going there and like a different one before I moved after school, and people were there, but not like a lot. But now I'm like thinking like, oh, there's way more people. Like there's way more people buying stuff at the dollar store now, like because they realize, okay, it's cheaper. If I go to Walmart, it's like $1.50 more for it extra, like So it's like, why don't I just go there? So if you are selling like discounted items, you're definitely gonna survive during the whole thing. Like that's like a big one. Like discount retailers, even if it's online and you're selling like whatever physical products or whatever it is. What if it's cheaper than your competitors and it's somewhat as good? You have a potential of surviving. All right, next one. Utilities. So utility companies providing essential services like electricity, already talked about that one. Water, already talked about that one. And telecommunications. That one, I don't know, tend to be recession resistant. Let's think about like Verizon, Spectrum, and companies like that. When the whole lockdown was happening, I didn't hear about none of them locking down. I didn't hear about Verizon locking down. I didn't hear about AT&T. They were still in business. I didn't see none. I mean, maybe it's what's happening, but I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because people still need their phones. People still need to communicate. People still need Wi-Fi. So, of course, that's going to be like a recession-proof, utility. So, I don't know how exactly you would get into any of those, but that's definitely recession-proof. All right, so next one. Waste management. Waste disposal and recycling services are generally recession-proof as they are essential for maintaining public health and safety. So waste management, big one. Like I remember one time I was helping this lady to like remove a lot of waste in her yard because there was like a fire and they were like removing garbage and stuff, and it took so long because it was so much. And it's like waste removal is always needed. It's like not just a garbage truck coming by to do that. Like sometimes people do need somebody to help them like remove all the, I think about hoarders. Sometimes landlords, they need people to move stuff out of their property where stuff was like stuffed in, like. So just be creative, okay? Be creative. Think about how you can get into even waste management if during the whole pandemic. I can't even the words I don't want to say to get my video tag, but okay. So let's move on. Next one is IT and cybersecurity. Yeah, IT, because yeah, the internet is still needed and people are still gonna go online. Businesses specializing in IT services, cybersecurity, and software development experience continued demand as companies prioritize investments in technology and remain competitive and secure. So during the whole lockdown, or if there's a recession or whatever, people know that in this day and age, everybody knows like, yo, everything is online because everything is online. Like most of your customers are going to be online, so they can't let their website fall down. They can't let they're going to push money to like online ads because they know people aren't really listening to the radio anymore. People are on social media, so businesses are still going to push their money in that way so they can get even more money. So that's a big space to stay into, IT and the cybersecurity. Number 9 on the list, elderly care. Oh man, this is a big one. So, with an aging population, businesses offering elderly care services, including nursing homes, assisted living facilities, and in-home care, often remain resilient during downturns. So, there's always old people. And I don't know if you know, but there's like a whole lot of people getting old now. Like because of like whatever cycle it is with the life or lifespans of people. But like boomers, I think it's boomers. So there's a lot of boomers now, and they're holding on, but a lot of them, they need somebody to take care of them, and like it's not like necessarily where you have to connect with some random old person. There's a lot of like jobs, I think they call it HNA or CNA, and you have to take care of like an old person, elderly person. And it's not like you have to get the job yourself. There's a lot of companies that do this, and they'll hire you. And if you don't know anything about taking care of the old people, they will teach you on how to do this. And while you're learning, you're getting paid. And usually it's not like cheap pay. Sometimes I think it's anywhere between like $20 and like $50 an hour. So anywhere in that space, that's where it is. So that's a good one. And people are always getting old. People are not gonna stop getting old, you know. So if you want to do something in a recession time to keep yourself afloat, that's a good one. Last one on the list right here, number 10, government services slash government contracting. So I just had to put that one there because guess what? With government contracting, there's always contracts out there. The government always wants stuff to get done, and you need to allocate the money certain places to get it done. So it's like, if you are in that space where you can even put a supplier or let's say a vendor, merge them with something that the government needs or product that the government needs, you're gonna be good during this recession time. I'm gonna read what I have right here though. Some government-funded services and programs such as public transportation, law enforcement, and social services tend to be recession-resistant as they fulfill essential and societal needs. That's a big one because transportation is huge. I was watching, I don't want to say the wrong name, but I think it's Jason White. He talks a lot about government contracting, and he was saying he made a lot of money during the election because during the election I think the government needs like a lot of transportation for like campaigners to move them from different places. So they need like, say they need a full bus to carry people from a different state to go and campaign. That's like a government contract. So there's gonna be contracts out for that, for like transportation. More, it's gonna be an uptick more during recession time. So it's like not recession time, during during election time, and it's just things that you gotta look out for, and like it's a lot of it. It has to be do with timing. So that's the thing too with the recession thing. It's like timing. Think about a recession. Like, okay, economy crashed, recession. What do people need? What are they going to need, right? Because there's some things that we just can't do without as a society, which is like food, essential things. So, anyways, that's my list right there. Yeah, I think it's a good list. Yeah, let me know what you think. I can update the list someday or whatever, go more in details with some of the topics, but go try one or two of those to keep yourself afloat with the whole government contracting, not with the whole recession thing. But also, bonus. One more bonus is ambulance companies. Yes, because that's like an emergency company, and you can have like a third part, because the ambulance bill is different from the whatever hospital bill. I think the hospital uses a third party for the ambulance. So it's like different ambulance companies. So if you can get an ambulance company, you will definitely survive in the recession time into the business. But yeah. I just wanted to list those, and see you in the next one, yo. Yeah, go out there, go see more profits. Yeah.